welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a little different. Today I'm going to be doing hand versus brushes. So one side of my face is done with my hands, you can see how dirty they are, and one side is with brushes. And let me know what you guys think and what would you try it, and any tips you have for me and any makeup looks you want to see. Now let's get into the video. So I've cleansed and moisturized, and that I did with my hands. So that is in the beginning of the video. I'm going to start with eyebrows. So I'm using my Swiss Beauty palette. I've tried to use products I use regularly so that it isn't like a learning curve with it. I kind of know how they work. I know the textures and stuff. Now this is gonna be hard. So one side I'm gonna do with the brush and one side I'm gonna do with hands. So I'm gonna do the brush side, the left, my left, and I'm just gonna go in. So I have a spoolie which I just brush out with. So the spoolie catches each eyebrow hair and really helps you manipulate it in which direction you want it to go, which your hand will not be able to do. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to take this grey color here. I feel like black is too dark, and I'm just going to go in and do my eyebrow. Yeah, I forgot to put off my fan. Sorry for that fan noise. Now, see, I can catch the product perfectly and it's at an angle, so I can mimic hair and just fill in the sparse areas. So for this, definitely brush. There is a waxy side in this which I like to use with my finger to apply once I've filled in the brows basically. But since we're only using brush on this side, I'm taking a flat brush like this, which I would normally put eyeshadow with. Just checking the screen. And I'm going to take some of the wax. I'm so tempted to use my fingers for this because I feel like I can control where it goes and how much product is really going on. You can't really feel it on your hair, right? Okay, so that's the side with just a brush. I'll take a coffee sip for this. Wow, that's strong. Sweet. Okay, now this side is with the hand. I'm gonna try it. So I can't brush it, so I'm just using my finger to just hopefully flatten it and control it. And then I'm gonna take the grey. This is gonna be so messy. And just start applying it. I won't be able to get the exact hairs. Maybe I'll try the tip of my nail. Try and get. And I had to choose this side where the eyebrows are worse, but okay. Oh, I am creating a mess here, girl. Can you see all that grey there? Okay, move a little bit with my nail and just try and okay, it is getting too messy. And now I'm going to take the wax and at least try and set it. Okay, I'm cleaning up the grey that's come down. Okay, this is the best we can do. So you can see that this is nicely filled in and this is not filled in, but it is flat with the wax. I'm just going to take off some of that grey that's fallen underneath. Not good, girl. Not good. Okay, now we're going to go in for color correction. I'm going to use my Nykaa SKINgenius Conceal and Correct palette. I thought it had like concealers and correctors in it. Plus it's creamy, so I could use it with my hands and a brush. So normally I would take my PAC 219 brush, go into this orange, put it on my hand and then put it in. Since I'm doing this side with a brush, I'm going to do that. So I'm going into the orange and I'm going to put some on my hand. just see how much product comes off and then just start. So that's going in. So normally I would try and take my finger as well and just try to get it into those tough corners, but since this is the only brush side, I'm not doing that. Take a little bit more and just this side, right? Let me know in the comments below, what do you prefer, hands or brush? I have a lot of friends who use only their hands, and when I first started putting makeup and I didn't really have any color correction or anything, and I first started putting foundation, and to be honest I wanted to put foundation earlier but they just didn't have my color. So when Maybelline Fit Me came, that was my first foundation ever, that I used to use my hands, and it didn't even have a pump, so you kind of just poured it into your hand. So I have put it on this side of the face. I think I'm happy with that. I'm just looking at the top. Okay, I think we got a decent amount of coverage. Now for my hands. So I have to make sure my hands are very clean. That's another annoying thing about this process. I'm going to go in to the other side. So going back in with the orange, I'm just gonna, that's a lot more product than I anticipated. I think I generally don't like using my hands too much for base products because I don't like it getting so messy. But it is kind of warming up the product and making it more blendable. And I did pick up quite a bit of product because I used my hands. Okay, that wasn't equal. This side seems to have less color correction, so I'm just going to take a little bit more. Okay, color correction done. What do you guys think? I think it kind of did the same thing, and I think with my finger I'm able to go in more, whereas with the brush there's only so much you can do without hurting your eye. And I think the application of product was the same. I think the brush I would prefer because it's less messy, but you can use a finger too. I think it's done a decent job. Now for foundation, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me, my first foundation ever, in 330. It's something that I'm used to and I know I can do, and it has a pump. So I'm going to squeeze one pump on my hand, and I'm going to use a brush on this side. So I'm using my Zoeva 104 buffing brush, just going in. Not completely covering up that color correction under my eye, but on the side, under my mouth, I am doing. This is a great buffing brush, and I think it's one of the first brushes I got as well. You can see it gives a smooth application. Is there. I'm just gonna take this side. So perfect coverage, no problem, no streaks. I find with other foundation brushes you could get streaks, but I really like this. You just buff the product in and it spreads so beautifully. It does pick up a lot of product, that is a fact. So if you're saving product, I would not suggest brushes, because hands tend to not waste that much product. Okay, so this side is done. Now we're gonna do it with hand. Okay, another pump for the other side of the face. I haven't used my hands in years. I don't even know if I remember how to apply it. And you want to make sure you don't move that color corrector that's underneath. So can you see how much more coverage is happening with my hands? So like almost a mask compared to the other side. Let's get some on the forehead, on this side of the nose. I do not like losing my hands, but there is a lot more coverage. Now with this foundation you have to work fast because it does set fast, which is great because it's great for, you know, college and work and stuff. You just quickly set it, and it gives you a really nice smooth base. So I really like it for that, but you do have to work fast. Okay, so not bad. You can see that there's more coverage on this side because there was nothing kind of absorbing. There's a bit of foundation on my hands, but it's not like the brush, you know what I mean? So I'm so tempted to take my brush or my beauty blender. Normally I use a beauty blender for a more natural look, but since we're doing brush versus hand, I just thought no beauty blender won't serve the purpose. Okay guys, so what do you think? More coverage on this side for sure with the hands. It's quite glowy on this side, glowy here too, but let me look in the mirror. Yeah, it's quite similar. I think the application is kind of smooth, and I do see a little bit of streaking. I see a little bit of streaking here, and that's because it's been a while since I used my hands. But I think the warmth of your fingers does melt the product and kind of give you an even coverage. So that's brush versus hand. I think this video will also be useful for you if you want to see how you like your coverage. I don't think it's too different, but you make the call. Now, wiping my hands. Another thing, my hands, so messy. We're gonna let that set for a bit. Because normally I could go in with concealer, but since I'm going to be using my hands on this side of my face, I don't want to make a mess and I want to give the products the best shot. So I'm going to let it set, and then I'm going to start just figuring out what concealers and things I'm going to use, what powders. I'm just going to set myself up. I was going to do this video before I stepped out, but I was like, I can't go out looking like a hot mess. What if my makeup is horrible? Can't risk that. So this is for my casual day in, where I'm just going to sit in front of the camera, sip some coffee and make a video. I also thought that I wanted to do a random video. I'll take products that I know and have used a lot and like, and I also kind of do that latte makeup look that you've seen. I think you've seen a lot of people, and I thought, let's see a brown girl friendly look. So I'm going to do a lot of brown tones and very monotone. So brown eyeshadow, like a lovely bronzer and a brown lip. There was a time where I only did a brown lip for work, and that was my jam. So I think I'm going to kind of do that look. So I'm going to go in for concealer now. I think it's set enough. I'm going to go back in with the Nykaa palette, and I think I'm going to go for this color here, and I'm going to take a brush. So I would have to take a flat brush, right, for this side, the brush side. So I'm taking this flat brush that I just got randomly, and I'm going to go in with that color and just start. Okay. I like using beauty blenders for the base a lot, like concealer and foundation. I just like how diffuse the product looks, so I kind of use a mixture, I guess, of these two. And especially concealer, it's a much thicker product than foundation, so I like that a little bit of the water in that beauty blender diffuses the product. This is also giving a lot of coverage, which is nice because I do have pigmentation and dark circles. Not too bad, but it's there. I'm not going to put concealer on my eyes because like I said earlier, I'm going to do this brown monotone look, and I feel like putting concealer to cover up the brown on my on my eyelids and then to bring it back is pointless. I think you should use what you have naturally and just work with that. Putting a little concealer under my eyebrow to highlight it a little bit. Haven't done this since 2016, highlighting the eyebrow. Okay, lovely. Covered up that orange color corrector. It's given a lot of coverage. Bright under eye. Now let's see the other side with a finger. Oh my god. Ugh, it's so neat on this side. I kind of feel bad how I'm gonna mess it up. There is a bit of creasing, which I feel like when I use a beauty blender I don't get. Now I'm gonna go in with that same color with my finger. Clean the finger. I just tend to use my ring finger for anything around the eye. I feel it's more gentle and you use less pressure. So with makeup, I just tend to lean towards the ring finger. So going in, I'm just placing it there. And I guess I have to blend it with my finger. Okay, that's pretty smooth. Am I going to start using my hands again? I'm so tempted to put my hand there. No hand there. Okay, so I think it's looking pretty similar. I actually like the finger side more. Take a little bit more product. Just put it there. Kind of like how it's looking and how it's feeling. Okay, there's a little bit of patchiness here. I'm just gonna blend that with the brush. What do you guys think? Your call. I think I like this side more, but this is the other side. Now I'm going to take a little bit more of that concealer and kind of do my nose routine. So I use my, for this side I guess I use my finger, and this side I use the brush. Blend that. Blend that. Wipe it off from my spot. And a little bit of concealer here to brighten up under the eyebrow. Okay, so that's the base done. Now I'm going to go in for liquid blush and stuff. So for blush, I'm going in with my trusty Makeup Revolution blush in Rose Lust, and this comes with a brush so I can go right in. A little bit more on this side, right? And I like to use my fingers for this blush. But I'm using a brush on this side and I'm just blending. You can see it kind of disappears. A lot of the blush is on this brush, which is not fun. You don't like product not being wasted. But I do love this blush. It's like perfect. Now, I'm not even going to put this on my cheeks with the brush. I'm going to put it on my hand and then use my fingers to spread it. So I guess with the liquid blush, it's a combination of brush and fingers, because I apply it with a brush that comes with it and then I spread it out with my fingers. But I do like this side more. It's much more dewy. And this side the blush has kind of disappeared because the brush has absorbed it. So yeah, with liquid blush, I definitely like using my fingers more, especially this one. Blush is done. This side not so much. I think after I'm done with the video I have to fix my face because it's looking so crazy right now. Now, okay, maybe I'll try and take a little bit more blush on the brush and try to apply more. Helping? A little bit. Now for a little bit of contour, I'm going to go back into this and take this, and I'm going to take my contour brush, go into the product, into this one, Definitely use a brush for this side. I mean, generally for contour. I just like this shape. It kind of gives me exactly what I need. And then for underneath, I can just hide that double chin, girl. Love. And then I squeeze it and I go down my nose. Kind of like a subtle. And since we're doing brown, I can also take it into my crease. So whatever's left on the brush. Now for my finger. Man. So I'm going to take my index finger, go into the contour shade. Okay, this is going to be hard. I think applying it is fine. It's the blending that's going to be tough. A little bit here. Also, when I tend to take it on the brush, a lot of product comes here because I apply it here first, and then it kind of diffuses to the other parts. But now when I'm going in, I'm kind of putting a lot more. I normally would put a bit more here, and then down my nose, and now across this. Blending the nose. See how neat it is here with the brush? It just picks up the exact angle of the brush, but here it's difficult to manipulate. Under the chin is fine really because you can't really see it. It's kind of like an optical illusion. Okay, not too bad. I thought it would be much worse. I think this side is a little bit more contoured than this side. But I think now we have to set the face. There's so much cream, like there's so many cream products going on. Need some setting, which is going to be tough with the brush. So normally I take my sugar powder and I use my triangular puff. But since we're doing full brushes, I'm not going to use a puff. I am going to take some product out in its cap. And I'm going to use a brush to set this side of my face. I'm using a flat brush like this. It's the setting brush from Real Techniques. So going into what I placed in the cap, I'm just tapping some here and just going instantly. Ooh, instant blur. Love it. Just setting my eyelids a bit. I think I might just use this brush. I'm not setting the blush and the contour because I'm going to use other products for that. So just basically where my concealer, mostly where my concealer is. Now I've done this side, now I have to use my fingers to do this side. I am not looking forward to this. Okay, I guess I'm going to go in with my ring finger because it's around my eye. So I'm going in with the powder. It is like, I think the powder is melting too much with the warmth of my fingers, so it's kind of getting patchy. Whereas the brush did a really good job. Can you see like there's a little bit of patchiness here? Yeah, you can see it here. Whereas this side is like super clear. Whew. A little bit here. Okay, mess. Definitely brush for setting powder. A little on my eyelids. Okay, that's too much. Okay. Oh, definitely patchiness over here. It's not as smooth as this side. Okay, did it. Now let's set the blush and the contour. So for blush, I'm going to be using powder blush. I'm going to be using my K-Beauty matte blush in Mild Berry. And I usually use a brush for this, so it's completely fine. going to go back in what I used the liquid blush with. Just perfect, easy blush applied. Now the hands. I think I'm going to use these two fingers. Just take a little and just use tapping motion to apply. You basically just want both sides to look the same. So, okay, I don't want too much. I'll be a little more gentle because it is spreading everywhere. Okay, blush done. Now powder. I'm going in with my Sugar Contour de Force in Vivid Victory, and I'm going to be using the contour shade in that. So going back in with my contour brush, just going to go over wherever I used cream contour. So just focusing it there a little bit, and then everywhere else that I had applied it. Now for fingers. These powder products with fingers is just insane. I'm just going to take it. Honestly, fingers isn't so bad. It's not as bad as I expected. And I suppose you do have a little bit more control. It's super messy, and when you can use brushes, why not? Okay, so that is the base done. What do you guys think? Now a sensible person, a normal person would stop here in the video and just be like, yeah, okay, that was me doing the base. But I'm going to try doing the eyes also with brush versus fingers and see how it goes. Because like, let's say there's a person who just wants to use their fingers for the entire makeup routine. You can just look at what I've done on this side and just do that. So I'm going to start and go into the eyes. And for that, I'm using the K Beauty palette in Bare Soul. I think it has really neutral colors. And since we're doing that kind of latte brown look, this is a good idea, and has a big mirror, so I can see all the things I've messed up. Need a sip of coffee. Okay, let's get into this. So I think I'm going to do the brush side first because I usually use brushes on my eyelids, and once I've figured out what I'm doing there, I can move on to the hand side. So I usually like to start with my crease. Now there is a little bit of brown because of the contour, and so I'm just going to build on that. So I think I'm going to take, since it is the latte makeup look, there's actually a shade called Latte. I'm just going to take that. And I'm just going to start building. Eyeshadow, I feel like you do definitely need brushes. So if you're going to start investing in good brushes, start with eyeshadow brushes, because I do think you could do your base with your hands, but eyes, I don't know what I'm going to do. But so I'm just building up the crease. What that does is it builds dimension, right? So, and I like to start at the outer corner and hold the brush a little further away. You do have less control, but the disbursement of the product actually is good. With that, I'm going to deepen that a little bit by using this tan color just in the outer corner. We don't want the eyeshadow look to be too complicated because I have to replicate on this side with hands. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that tan color and put a little bit more on the lid to give that brown latte look. and I'm doing a matte look. So usually I put glitter shadows like this one and this one with my finger, but I'm not doing a glitter. I don't know why, but I'm not doing a glitter look today. I'm doing quite a matte look, so I'm quite happy with this. I think it's quite versatile and day to day. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the Latte shade, put it on under eye. And I think we're done with this eye. And now I'm going to use my fingers. So again, going into my ring finger because it's gentle. Look at the mess. I'm going to start with the Latte color and try to put it in my crease. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make them look as equal as possible. The thing with the warmth of your fingers, it melts the product. So it has a very different effect on the lid. Now going into tan and putting it on the lid. It's just not looking the same as the other one. So I'm just going to keep trying to make it look similar. I think they are looking similar. And I need to put a little bit on the under eye to be very careful not to put it completely into my under eye area. Okay, I think we're good on that front. Now I think it's not that bad. Like, I really expected a lot worse. So the fact that it didn't turn out that way is kind of shocking to me. So I'm gonna use a kajal now. And again, I can't directly put it. I need to use a brush. So I'm taking a little narrow brush like this. I think this is Real Techniques as well. Is anything happening? Take out eyeliners and look for something. I think the best bet instead of taking a kajal would be to use this Sugar Bond Tool gel eyeliner. I'm not going to do a very deep one because I am going for that latte brown look. So I'm just taking some of this brush and look in a mirror and just do a very slight definition. Put it in my ear. And then I'm going to set that with this charcoal. Okay, this eye is done. Now how am I going to line over on this side? So I think I'm going to take the tip of my nail. I don't know if you try this at home, kids. Take a little. Okay, I really need to concentrate on this one. I think it was a good call not to plan any days out. Oh, I made a mistake. No plans for the rest of the day. Okay, I am making a huge mess. Okay. I think moral of the story is use a brush. Your nail will not be able to do it. Okay, this is taking time. Slowly but steadily. We're not giving up, folks. I hope I'm not covering up what I'm doing. This is such a mess. Okay, I'm gonna set that with this charcoal color, but I have to use my fingers, which is like nightmare. I think I'm gonna use my pinky and just take a little on my nail. You know, I could have cleaned this up with a brush, this mess. But since we're not doing that, because I love torturing myself. Oh my god, how am I going to do this with a brush? Okay. I take the edge of this and I just place it here. I guess we're doing a smoky eye now. Okay. I think we're just going to lean into this smoky eye. So I guess I have to smoke out this eye now. So I'm taking a PAC 208 brush, taking the charcoal color, and I'm smoking this side just so that both sides are equal. Not that they'll be fully equal, but trying our best. What a mess. Okay, now for mascara. I think I'll use this Nykaa Super Sizer waterproof mascara. This has its own brush. I can apply it. Okay, taking product on my finger. I don't know why I'm torturing myself like this. Taken on my finger. Oh, I have an idea. What if I take a piece of tissue, keep it here. This side is much more volumized than this side. So you definitely use a brush. But we're not giving up. Why not? Let's have fun. This side is like going to work. This side is like just came back from a party. Clean cut, hot mess. So just put what you like. Something. Try something. You know, for all the mess ups, it's not that bad. Yeah, but mascara, use the brush that it comes with. See, it's much more thicker. It's actually been able to pick up each lash, which is not possible really with your fingers. Definitely this side is nicer than this side. Now lips. Lips, girl. So I'm doing like a nude lip. The whole idea was to do like a nude look anyway. And I'm going to take my lip liner And since we can't directly apply it, I need to use a brush for this. I think it's a lip brush. And I'm gonna go into my Huda Beauty lip contour. If you've been watching my videos, this is the only lip liner I use. Please comment below if there's any other lip liners I should try, but I just like this one, man. Okay, taking it on the brush, trying it. I'm gonna look into the mirror because I don't want to mess this up. So just gonna do that. I guess I could do this with a brush. I don't normally do it, but it does give a nice sharp line. I'm really careful. I'll just wipe up a little bit of the foundation on my lips. Keep forgetting to do this. Going back in with more product. See, nice sharp pretty line, and you can diffuse it if you like. Defined lip, not defined lip. I haven't overlined really, I've just given a little definition. Now I don't know how I'm going to do this with my fingers, but we're going to try. I mean, look how dirty my hands are. Okay. How do I do this? Okay, let's put a little bit on my pinky, on the nail. This is insane. Okay. Something. Oh, so out of the line. Okay. Need to wipe that off. Take a little bit more product. Sorry, lip liner, to do this to you. I could probably have done this look without lip liner, but I'm crazy, so some semblance of a lip liner. Now lipstick, and I could have taken a normal lipstick, but I'm crazy, so I took a liquid lipstick. I'm going to use the Huda Beauty matte, liquid matte in the shade Trendsetter, and again using a brush. So the same lip brush that I used to put the lip liner. I'm just going to take some product. This should be easy enough. Just fill it in. Perfectly simple, perfectly normal. Like a very easy, basic, creamy liquid lipstick. Okay, normal. Now I'm going to take it on my finger. Okay, not so bad. It's not as bad as I expected. Okay. Okay, so there you have it. That is my hand versus brush makeup look. What did you guys think? Is it crazy? Is it that bad? I don't think I've done too badly, but yeah, definitely brushes for certain situations and hands for certain situations, definitely. But this is the final look. It's kind of like a brown monotone latte makeup look, And I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.